Hello fellow modelers, this is part 6 of the Klingon battlecruiser build. And this is the board I will be using to control the strobes. It is the Tenna Controls nav strobe circuit board with different settings. And I've already picked the setting that I'll be using because the strobe lights are the only thing on this ship that will be blinking. And as for the disruptor firing effect and the photon torpedo firing effect, I'm gonna have to look for alternatives, because the board that I wanted for the photon torpedo firing effect, I just looked it up again and its price went up somewhere in the $60 range, and add the shipping, it's probably going to be $70, and I'm not paying that much for a board that small. So I'm gonna have to look for alternatives. Now, thankfully, I know a website that sells different types of effects boards for lighting, and I'm sure among all those effects boards they sell, I can find one that will be a good alternative for the photon torpedo firing effect and the disruptors. But I'm gonna have to look through those effects boards to find the right one to pull off the kind of lighting effect I'm trying to achieve here. Or another thing I can do is get another one of these nav strobe boards, because it has the double strobe flashing effect on it for the Into Darkness Enterprise, and use that double strobe flashing effect for the disruptors, because I've seen the double strobe flashing effect and it works just as well for the kind of disruptor firing effect that I'm trying to pull off here. Alright, I've got everything hooked up. Now let's switch it on. And there we go. Nav strobes are working. All three of them are. The one on the belly here, I don't know if you can see it very well. And the fact that this ship only had 3 nav strobes is a good thing, because these 3 white SMDs were all I had left. Now I'm going to put some UV resin in there to seal them up and protect them. Now I put the UV resin in this small dispensing bottle so I can control it more easily. Because sometimes when I pour the stuff out, I don't get a small enough drop that I want. And that's one of the reasons I put it in this small dispensing bottle. Doing it this way, I can only use the small amount that I want to use without wasting too much of it. And it's more easy to control than just using it out of the big bottle. Now, it does take a bit of practice. You gotta make sure you're using only the amount that you want. And once you're sure you've got that done, you just hit it with the UV light and you're done.